If you are a Call of Duty player out there and you are watching this video right now, I bet you're probably wondering, what ever happened to those really cool and fancy holiday events that the developers used to put out for each holiday season that came around? Today, I'm going to answer that question for you in this video because of a recent piece of news that really struck me as probably the final nail in the coffin for where Call of Duty is going to go in the future for all these different holidays that come around every year. I'm somebody who's very passionate about Call of Duty, and I've grown up with this franchise since my younger years, going all the way back to Black Ops 2, and with the recent announcement of something coming to the newest game in Modern Warfare 2, it really struck me that I kind of felt like I needed to make a video like this. So jumping right into it, that news that was announced the other day from Charlie Intel, who is the main source of Call of Duty news on Twitter and social media, reveals that for the 4th of July holiday weekend, here in America specifically anyway, Activision and Infinity Ward are going to be releasing a brand new bundle representative of the holiday. It's a Tracer Pack bundle called the Butch Operator Bundle. Basically, it includes a character skin and some camos for some guns. And of course, it is overpriced at a comfortable purchase of 2,400 COD points. Funny enough as it is though, that's not even the craziest news regarding that bundle. Apparently the camo inside of it for the guns is, as pointed out by Charlie, the same weapon blueprint that was identically showcased in the original Modern Warfare 2019 and sold in Warzone 1. So basically they are selling the same thing twice over in two different games. Really not a good look there for Activision and Call of Duty. But of course, the main point of this video though is to use this announcement of the bundle to segue into a bigger discussion about the title of this video, which is about what has happened to the holiday events that Call of Duty used to do for their games. And if you saw that thumbnail already for this video, you'll notice that I used two examples inside of it. One of them being the Days of Summer event from Modern Warfare Remastered back in 2016, and then the Shamrock and Awe event from Call of Duty World War II in 2017. At the time, both were big staples in those months when the events happened, and it gave people something fun to do during that part of the year for that game's life cycle. Shamrock and All was about a month long, and for the most part the Days of the Summer event was the same length, that which took up a good chunk of time in the summer for each game that it released with. Days of Summer was an event that happened in multiple COD games, from Infinite Warfare, Modern Warfare Remastered, to even a game like Black Ops 3, which is one of my personal favorites. Personally, I think that Modern Warfare Remastered had the best Days of Summer addition to it, because in that one, it changed up a little bit of what you could see from the maps, particularly a map like Bog, where they turned it into Beach Bog. You also had the Beach Bog playlist for 24/7 for snipers only, demolition, slasher, and prop hunt. I believe this was also the first time that prop hunt, the game mode, was introduced into this event during that game. You also had the ability to earn camos that were characterized through the summer event by completing challenges in order to earn them. For me, back in the day, since Modern Warfare Remastered was the game that I played over Infinite Warfare, I had such a fun time trying to go for these camos and challenges, and it made me continue to want to play the game for a little longer, since at the time we were approaching the end of those games' life cycles. The same thing also applies to an event like Shamrock and Awe, an event that took place in multiple different COD games where there was just a lot added into the game for an event around the holiday of St. Patrick's Day. Granted, of course, not everything worked all the time, considering in some games you would have to get some things through supply drops, and not everybody was as on board with that at the time, even though looking back on it nowadays, I'm sure a lot of people would want to go back to the supply drop system over the bundle system. You've basically heard, I'm sure, a lot of these details before in the past from other videos, and you've probably experienced them all as well for anyone who's watching this video and, like me, played through those games and played through those events. I think the point here though that I'm trying to make with regards to bringing up these details in the first place and talking about this news about this 4th of July bundle coming to Modern Warfare 2 is that Activision simply has moved on from doing any sort of fun holiday event for Call of Duty. I don't like it any more than any other person out there, because I think those type of events are staples in what makes a game fun to play, but also interesting to play in the sense that it keeps people playing throughout the entire life cycle of that game for that year. Shamrock and Awe and an event like Days of Summer were pretty big for a lot of players back in the day. The last time anything like this really was big of note was in a game like Black Ops 4, which at this point feels so far into the past. In the last 3 to 4 COD titles, we really haven't had anything like that. Modern Warfare 2019 didn't give us that, Cold War didn't really showcase a lot, Vanguard didn't do too much either, and here here now with Modern Warfare 2, there's just really nothing to show for these holidays other than just an overpriced bundle. Again, we are tying everything back together. This news of this bundle coming out does not surprise me because in Activision's mind, now they believe that these holidays should just be utilized for pushing out these overpriced bundles. And I'm sorry, I'm gonna say this because it shows, but people would rather see fun events where you can earn things through challenges or anything else rather than having to buy an overpriced bundle that for all we know is probably going to be repackaged in another game down the line. As it is, that's what happened here with this bundle and a few others that have already been showcased throughout the year with this game in Modern Warfare 2. Either they completely forgot that they put out these bundles like this before in the past, or they're just being greedy and want to put it out again thinking that nobody would have noticed. This, of course, couples in with this notion that they would rather go down this route than do all these different fun holiday events around the different holidays that exist throughout each year. Like, they should be putting in an event for each holiday for 4th of July, St. Patrick's Day, and so on. There are so many other different holidays out there that could make sense for doing something for an event. I just don't understand why they don't do this and why they've just completely moved past it. I mean, I feel like we know why, but it's just from a money perspective, I feel like they've been doing so much better if they were putting in these events in the first place, rather than just focusing on the creativity behind making these bundles and these skins. And look, at the end of the day, I come at this from a point of view of someone who is not trying to be like other YouTube channels out there where they get mad at everything that comes out about Call of Duty. I feel like I want to take this stuff from a perspective of someone who can give constructive criticism in a calm manner that doesn't feel like I'm overstepping myself and going out of my way to call people names or do any of that other stuff that I feel like I've seen on other channels. And sure, sometimes getting loud can bring about change, but also sometimes it can bring about nothing because it feels like you're trying too hard to talk about something in a negative light and it'll feel like you're just yelling at the sky. At the end of the day though, I'm passionate about this franchise and I want to see it thrive, and hopefully one day I can find my way into making Call of Duty games of my own so that I can make it to where it used to be like it was back in the day, where there was passion and there was a lot of fun inside of those games. Nowadays, it really just feels like it's a money machine where they want to put more effort into creating these cool looking bundles than thinking of actual events, challenges, and modes. If the coolness of those bundles was put into all the other stuff that COD does, people would be loving it so much more. Even though so many people play the games every single year, the quality of them just simply is going down by each new title we get. It just so happens that for a game like Modern Warfare 2, the quality is going down even further with the loss of potential for putting in a holiday event for 4th of July like we saw in the past with Days of Summer and so on. If you don't put stuff like that in, people are just going to lose interest, and it goes to show that the quality of your game is just not there. Funny enough as it is, actually, as I'm typing up this review, I got a notification on my phone that Nero Cinema made a Days of Summer video as well, so he and I are probably on the same page right now with regards to making a video like this. Anyways though, that's probably going to do it for this video. I know I don't do a lot of videos like this, but it just felt like with this recent news, I had to make a video like this to get some things off my chest. So I hope you all enjoyed it, and if you did, please be sure to comment down below your thoughts on this and like the video if you enjoyed it. It'll help it get into the algorithm and recommended feeds. If you are new here, be sure to subscribe to the channel, especially if you are somebody who wants to watch me play some old school Call of Duty, as I'm currently going for World's #1 in the mode turned on Black Ops 2. It's just a fun thing that I'm doing right now, and it might not happen, but I just love playing that game. It's so fun. It's my favorite Call of Duty game of all time. I hope you all have a great rest of your day and a good weekend. This is Orion, signing out.